Hi, Vicki Crystalline. And as you are connecting in, breathe into this right now. Take 3 deep breaths in through the nose, into the belly. So allow this transmission to come forward. I speak light language, it goes past the chaotic mind, drops into the heart. So allow whatever needs to happen. Allow the sign to happen as you're releasing the air. And it is so. Oikine ete selene. O selene e. Next breath. O selene e kine ete selene. Feel yourself grounding in. Doine e kine aito selene e kine aito selene e. You can feel your authenticness locking in. You can feel your energetic field balance and lighten up. So we're on this powerful portal today of 11/11, and this year is powerful. Plus we got this blood eclipse lunar moon that's coming up, and so anything that hasn't that you haven't allowed yourself to go through, release, whatever, this moon is going to do it for you, because it is going to the depths of you. It is going to take you to the depths of you, so enjoy the ride. So when it all starts surfacing, it'd be very, very potential, your highest potential for you to do the conscious breath. Allow the emotion to surface, and then just let it go. And as you are doing this, you will start noticing more and more how the weight that you have carried on your body frame. We don't got to figure it out, and I talk about this many times. You don't got to figure out what that emotion is. If something pops up in your mind, thank you for being there, showing me what you are, but I'm releasing it. When you are awakening to your experience, all this stuff that you have held within your body frame, all your programming, and programming is everything. Because somehow, some way, information comes into you, and then you believe it somehow, and then you store it in your body, and then you're like, you're going to deal with it later. You're going to do something with it later. Well, then all these things start storing in your cells. So, as you allow yourself to let yourself go of what you have carried around emotionally, and you could feel it. You could feel it in your heart, like I'm releasing a lot right now. And thank you for this runny nose that I'm having, because mucus is always grief, and I went through a death, and so your body is grieving that. We don't got to look for that. We just know it and just honor that. And also, too, a soul, a wonderful soul, texted me this morning, and as soon as I looked at the text, I started sneezing. I was sneezing so bad, so deep, coarse sneezing, and I could feel it just as a clearing. And then he brought forward today was Alfred. He was a scientist. Let me see. His name, yeah, he was a scientist, a man who discovered LSD and did a lot of work studying mushrooms. He was a very awakened man. Well, I felt into his, wow, and I feel him right now, and you can feel into his soul, his love, and his name was Albert Hoffman's, and today is his birthday. How amazing is that? And so, and in that, it takes you to another consciousness when you allow yourself to experience those type of medicines. So thank you for your love that you brought forward for the enlightenment your way. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Wow, I just feel like a big old hug. So thank you, Albert. Thank you. So in this portal of what we're bringing forward right now at the 111 is beginnings, and we're in the new year. And so everybody's beginning. So it's easier for us because everybody's doing it. So everybody's hitting that restart button because it's in the consciousness. So, and that's where we're at. We're on a paradigm in New Earth, and we are working from the consciousness level, not as a disconnection. So You are not singular. You're having a singular experience, but you are connected to the consciousness, that super consciousness of who you are. So as you are acclimating this new earth energy that has become more powerful in my own experience, like it is breaking down every cell of me, and I can feel myself shifting and changing in such a way. I can't even describe it because it's so undescribable. So, but you can feel it in your body, and your body is rearranging itself to become that. So we are letting go of a lot of stuff. So, and as we are heightening our senses, as you're letting go, you're allowing the new to come through, it heightens. It may look the same, but you could feel it heightened of what's around you. You could feel it. So if you guys have been watching my videos or my live videos on Facebook or my Vicky Crystal M, you can go there and join. I'm doing a Facebook Live. They're very powerful because it's the collective. And even like today or anytime I put a video, you've already connected into this because I've asked for anybody who has ever to watch this ever to already have that connection. So you're already a participant in this, even if you're watching this years out. So thank you for your participation, because there's always, always, always an exchange. And you are adding to the light, to the coding, to the participation of this video. So thank you. So as we're going through enlightening, you're going to start noticing, because the guides they're clearer, they're more connected, so they're showing you what is changing you that is in your home. So if you haven't watched my videos, I had the calling to cover up my TVs, and I noticed the freeing when I covered up my TVs. And then if you watched when my grandson asked me for some water, so I went and I put water, I gave him some water, and then later I went to go. It's amazing when you talk about stories and then you talk about them again, that that the energy just isn't there as it was in the beginning. It's kind of like a heaviness. So anyway, I let that go. And so anyway, when I went back to check, the water was there, but it was full of bubbles. And bubbles in water the water is absorbing negative, and the bubbles are the evidence of that. So never drink water that has been sitting around that has a lot of bubbles in it, or any bubbles. And always pour it out, because you're going to take on that negative. So I've done a lot of tests in the last couple days. So I turned off my TV, covered it up, and I put another glass in front of the TV that my grandson was. And then I put a glass across the room. Still, the glass absorbed bubbles. Not as many, but there were still bubbles there like an hour later. And there was no bubbles across the room. Thank you. So then yesterday, I'm doing all these tests. So then yesterday, it came forward that maybe I should release my TVs. Well, my grandkids want the TVs because we had this discussion. So as we're having this discussion, it was something that my granddaughter said, Zoe. She said it so through her, I got it. And they were saying, no, 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 don't get rid of the TVs. We want the TVs. We are covering them up, and they're doing their part, and I appreciate that. And but what Zoe told me is, she goes, use what you know, Nana. She goes, use what you know. That hit me in my core. That hit me to the soul of me. And so I took that, because I felt it through me, and all she did was smile. And I walked away, and then I just went into my room, and I just was like, okay, what does this mean? Because I could feel it. Use what I know. Okay, so if I get rid of my TVs, it's a fear of something. I'm fearing something that I can't control, but I can. So what I did is I did another test. I put the TV, covered it up, turned it off, and then I unplugged it. So I woke up this morning. I left the glass there all day. I woke up this morning, there was no bubbles. So, but in My main living room, I did the same thing, but I left my sound bar on, and there was little bubbles at the very bottom coming from my sound bar. So what I'm doing today is I'm unplugging everything. It's us to learn our abilities, not to fear what is in or around, because there are moments that I love to sit down with my grandchildren and watch a great movie. I love that. That feeling of that coziness of that, I love that. You know, and we have the abilities to know, because they're in us, they're surfacing, to know, okay, is I put the TV on, I'm going to put a glass of water there because it's going to take care of it. I know that. Why fear it? So we are heightening to our abilities, but not run in fear. I need to get rid of everything in my house that is electronics. And that's what I did last night. I turned off all the electronics in my house except for my one sound bar. I did not turn that off. I didn't even think about it because it was plugged into a multiple thing. Yeah, wow. I just thought about that. So I forgot, that was the one thing that I did forget to turn off. My house, as soon as I turned off everything, I turned off my Wi-Fi, I turned off everything, my house felt free. That's how powerful we are. You have the power to unplug it. And I just did not turn everything off. I unplugged it from the wall. It still radiates at a frequency even if it's still plugged in. And yeah, maybe this may take you 5 minutes a day to plug in and unplug. But isn't it worth it for how you feel in your body? That's what it brought to me. And I'm not going to run in fear. I'm not going to run in fear because we're out of that. We're learning to adapt into our own beingness of now. And in that is to know your abilities. Your abilities show up in many ways. In many ways. Even in the most silliest of ways. Like yesterday when my granddaughter told me that. I was like, wow. Wow, those simple words. Use what you know. We have that in us. Every bit of it. Every bit of it. So, in this portal of the 1111, this is perfect because you are returning to your authenticness, your balance, your light, the calmness that just resonates through your whole beingness. So as we're bringing forth the portal that is here now, feel into this frequency. Just allow yourself to come forward and to connect, and whatever needs to take place within your interior frame, allow it. Oselene ekene eto so te solene ekene. Asalene mo akaiti. Oselene ekene eto selene. Oselene mo akaiti. Asalene ekene eto selene mo ate selene. Asakaitaini. Solene ko. Take a deep breath in. I just feel like celebrating. I just feel so freaking amazing. So, allow yourself to absorb this love that is here and now and transform you. We are all doing it. All of us are doing it. All of us. If you're called to do a reading or healing, don't hold back. You are feeling it. Choose you. It is time. May you all be blessed. Subscribe to my channel if you choose. Have an amazing day.